Says we're live. Welcome, everybody, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there before we get started.
Happy Mother's
No,
Day.
huh?
Happy Mother's Day. I had to put it in there too. I didn't want to be quiet about it.
Today, we're going to be talking about everything that's connected: orbs, paranormal, aliens, Bigfoot, Dogman, all the cryptids, how it's all connected. And they are all connected, contrary to what people believe. It's all connected. You'll hear stories sometimes from people that talk about they see a dog man going across a mud field and all of a sudden just vanishes and the footprints vanish right there too. They just stop. I've witnessed things like that myself. So sit back and enjoy the ride.
So, when people are cooking and baking, it always seems to be that, the pie's missing off the window, the foot tracks stop. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Give them something that they want. You know what I mean? It's no bullshit.
Just
Yeah.
leave my pie there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's all connected, and a lot of things they if you gotta kind of sit back and use your common sense, and when you do, everybody, that you put two and two together, and that's where it goes. Okay, well, there's an orb in the cemetery. Okay, well, there's these beings coming out by the orb as well, and a porthole. Henry has a picture of that, even, I'm sure in
Yeah.
the post area to show everybody. You have to stop yourself and think for about a minute and go, that same kind of orb we all see come into our houses, or we see in other photos as well. There's different kind of orbs, yes, but basically these orbs kind of got something going on. There's something either in these orbs, and I've had pictures where I've took where, and Henry as well, where you could see things in the orb,
Yeah.
like a being, like a face, or a creature, little dude, or a fairy, or I mean, they're in there, and it's weird. So is it life after death? Is it some supernatural thing going on? But it goes to show you that these things have things in common. Orbs letting creatures out. We have pictures of that. We have, you have to think about that. And these orbs, all these things are having orbs going on. So what's the orbs about? You take a photo at home, or you're somewhere and you take a photo, and you didn't see it while you were there, but in the photo you see the orb. And not only did you take one photo, you took, a couple photos of something moving down there or whatever. And the orb goes across the picture.
Yeah.
It
Well,
moves. It's
here's
moving.
the thing too. And a lot of people don't know this, and they wouldn't unless they really know history. Back during the war between the states, Civil War, whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
the escaped slaves didn't take a candle because that's stealing.
Yep.
But what they had was turnips, and I'm talking about big turnips.
Yep.
They'd hollow the inside of that out. They'd carve a face like you would a pumpkin, hook it on a pole.
Hmm.
They'd light this oil inside of it, and they'd hold it up and walk through the cornfields.
Hmm.
And the reason being is because they was trying to reduplicate what they had been seeing, which was these orbs, because these turnips were about the size of those orbs. Now, here's another thing too. These people, the old timers, a lot of old timers, if you know them, and they done any kind of night fishing or coon hunting or anything like that at night, you might hear them use the term jack o' lantern. They
Yeah.
ain't talking about a pumpkin.
No.
But now here's the funny thing: for all these people that say orbs aren't nothing but just dust and moisture in the air. Explain this one to me. Two guys went fishing one night, and they had a good little walk to get down to the river. As they was walking through the woods, they seen this big red ball zigzagging through the trees. One turned there and he goes, "Look at that jack o' lantern." Well, they was under the impression that that was gases in the atmosphere burning.
Mm-hmm.
They found out real soon that jack o' lantern headed right straight for them.
Mm-hmm.
It grabbed the one guy, knocked him down, grabbed him by the legs, and was dragging him through the woods.
Yeah, some of these orbs will light up. It
Yeah,
depends. I think they all do when they want to, but
yeah,
because I've seen all different colored orbs lit up at times. They'll light up when they want to. They'll appear more when they want to. And
yeah,
obviously they can be invisible because of the fact that to your own eye, when you're in a room and you're looking around, you're not seeing it, some people, and they'll shoot a picture and there'll be an orb in there and they didn't
yeah,
see it with their eyes when but it's in the film. So they're like, oh, so it was a little bit more something. Some of these cameras they catch better than the eye. They catch.
yeah,
And I kind of think the older cameras work a lot better, like how you've talked about you have, and I've
yeah.
had
The
one
digital.
before. And I think these newer cameras they're starting to tweak them. They don't want
Yeah.
people to see things in them cameras, so I
Now
think they're
here's
starting
another
to tweak
thing.
them. Mm-hmm.
Think about this here, and I've got pictures to prove it. Okay, it just say that your vehicle's broke down. The nearest store is 50 miles away from you, and you want to go to the store. It's raining out. You don't want to thumb a ride because you're going to get wet. So
Mm-hmm.
what if you could open a portal inside your house, step into it, and be at your local Walmart, and just like that? Well, answer this question. I have pictures of portals opening, and these orbs are going in and out of it. So that right there is intelligence.
Yes.
So if orbs are going in and out of there, so ain't your ghost, so ain't your cryptids, and so ain't people and other cryptids. They're
Mm-hmm.
all using them. That ties them together.
Future technology, guys. Future
Yep.
technology. That's what we want. It'd be nice if we all could do that, man. Boom, right through an oil. I don't even need a car, man. I just walk outside, around, right to
Yeah.
where you need to go. I mean, that would be just that would be wild. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you just tear a hole in the fabric right there in the kitchen, grab your coffee and step in, and you're
Gone.
at the local Target and Walmart still holding on to your coffee cup.
Yeah, walk right back in. Boom, I'm back.
Yeah, you're right back home. Wife don't even know you left
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
till she sees that new monkey wrench you just bought.
Yeah, but they don't want to give it to us yet. They got it. These military people and
Yeah, they're
scientists.
using Stargate.
Mm-hmm. They got it. They ain't giving it to us yet. No,
No,
they
that's
don't
like
want you having any kind of power. A lot of things can go bad with that too, though. So
yeah,
you got to put yourself on the outside and think, okay, well, someone can porthole right into a bank, rob it, and porthole right back out, and then
yeah, that's
it
possible.
just be a mess, man.
Yeah, and the alarms wouldn't even go off because the alarms are set to go off from the outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like me opening in portals and opening up fabrics of time, even windows so people can look in and watch something back from the 1800s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of responsibility because even though I can do that, I would never ever stoop low
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
to steal from anybody or any
Oh,
bank or
yeah.
anything like that.
You get yourself in trouble real fast too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And noticed real fast. Another thing, and bringing up these portholes, these portholes all have something to do with things too, as well, guys.
Yep.
These portholes are connected with these creatures. These portholes are connected with the orbs, and we've proved that by showing pictures.
Yep.
And when you see a creature, a lot of times there's a porthole next to him. He's either coming
Yeah.
out or coming in that porthole. A lot of times you see orbs. There's portholes. I mean, it's they've been together. So therefore, if they're together, like how Henry presented in that one photo, he has an orb, the porthole and creatures all in one. It's been presented. So therefore, how you want to look at that is you want to take a step back and go, okay, well, people see those those orbs in people's houses, and they see, those creature looking things in your house as well, the way it looks, and how it kind of has that smoky effect with weird look to it, but glowy. It's weird, and that's what we've been seeing. That's in the paranormal. That's in the ghost reality of everybody talks about. That is. And I believe a lot of these people that wake up in their bed and see something hovering over their bed, and they either think it's either Jesus or a loved one, but actually, in all reality, is one of these cryptid creatures coming through a porthole, or a being. You know.
Seeing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, it's not too far fetched,
Mm-mm.
even though it looks stupid. If you go back and watch the old Star Trek shows with William Shatner,
Yep.
and it shows Scotty and Spock go up on this platform, and they stand there, and it looks like a tube of light comes down, and they beam them to another ship or another moon or another planet. Portals are the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're the
Mm-hmm.
same exact thing. The only difference is a portal. Somebody's not sitting there typing into a computer to open that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these are natural. They're
Yeah.
always here.
Yeah, and people also call these portholes stargates. So,
Yeah.
a stargate could maybe be one that human population, duplicated off a porthole or off a natural one. I'm not sure. I probably nailed it. Henry knows, I'm sure. But it's there. They're there, and there's a lot of portholes in different places throughout the United States that the government knows they're there, and they watch over that porthole. They're watching what's coming in. They're trying to either duplicate that porthole, see how it operates. You know they do, and I don't think they can shut these portholes because they watch over them. They're, and these creatures are coming in them portholes,
Yeah.
and there's what can they do? You know what I mean? So that's another thing.
One down.
Hmm.
Shut one natural down. All of them are closed.
Hmm.
Now, if something's trying to come through there and you shut it down, then whatever is inside of that, or whoever is inside of that portal or that realm, they get sent to hyperspace. It'd be like taking a scalding hot boiling water and set it in the deep freeze and hurry up and shut the door. It'll just
Hmm.
bam like that. It'll freeze,
Hmm. Hmm.
and once it freezes, it'll shatter into a billion pieces.
Yep. Hmm.
Because there was kids lost in some of those missions, and they wanted to see what would happen. So they told them one thing, told them they was going to send them to another place and then bring them back. And what they done was they turned the machine on, sent them in, and give them about 3 seconds, and they shut it off. Well,
Hmm.
it'd be like being inside of a tube, and then somebody busts the tube with you in it.
Yeah.
Now you're somewhere
Yep.
in hyperspace.
Hmm.
Now the difference between a portal and a stargate is a stargate is transferable, which means you can put it on a truck,
Move it somewhere.
move
Yeah.
it someplace.
Yep.
A portal,
They
you don't
can't.
have to do that.
Yeah, they don't
You
have
can
to
just
do
walk into a place and open one yourself. I'll tell you an easy way to open one. I don't recommend it, But since we're on the subject, I'll tell you how to open one real quick. Get you a Ouija board. Get two people playing it. Don't go to the goodbye. Take your hands off of it. Don't close it out. Right there, you just opened up a portal to another realm.
Woo! Watch out,
Yeah.
everybody, because who knows what you let in your house.
Yeah, what's
You
going to
know
be
what I
coming in and
mean?
out.
Yeah, you might leave like the I wouldn't advise it either.
No, because
Oh,
once you do that, you take your fingers off the planchette and you ain't closed it or said goodbye, it remains open now because you can't see it, you can't find it, but it's there.
10 years from now, all the kids are talking. You know that Henry guy? Tell us how to open a portal with a Ouija board. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I take no responsibility because I'm telling you not to.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Make sure that Ouija board is a brand new board, not a board somebody else owned.
yeah. Another thing too, don't never burn one of those
Mhm.
because wherever you burn it, you've opened up a portal that can't be closed. The best thing to do if you got one and you want to get rid of it, go somewhere deep in the woods.
My sisters had one at one time when we were all young, and my mom threw it away, and somehow it ended up back in the house. And my
Yeah,
mom was very pissed about it. And the girls all claimed that they did not take it out of the garbage. I don't know if they did or didn't, and they were
they
fitting.
will.
They claimed that, and my mom was fucking furious over that.
Yeah, you
You
bury the
know,
board in
she
one
couldn't get
hole,
rid of it.
then you leave and go someplace totally different and you bury the planchette. Don't bury them together.
Yo,
That something will show right back up at your house.
wow.
Yeah, they're not a kid's toy like everybody thinks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
all it takes is if you got both fingers, both hands on that planchette, and somebody else got their hands on there. All it takes is you take one hand off and scratch. You just you just opened a portal and you can't close it.
See, so everybody out there watching, now what we just we touched bases on orbs and how they're connected. We touched bases on portals and how portals are connected, and also how they're connected to a Ouija board. So
Yeah.
it just tells you things are connected here, guys. What's the next one? Want to hit three with the Bigfoot? You want to hit
Okay.
three with the Bigfoot?
Okay. If you go back and you can find it on YouTube. It's called Momo the Monster. It's basically like a Bigfoot creature, but they called it Momo because in Louisiana, Missouri, they was having UFO sightings. They was having orb sightings. Then the creature showed up, and this creature several times was seen with orbs floating around by its head, orbs in front of it, leading it back to the craft. That creature was also seen carrying glowing orbs back to a spacecraft.
Mhm.
So there's your alien connection, there's your orb connection, and there's your Bigfoot connection right there in one show. That's a live show, a true story
Mhm.
that connects the three.
So these creatures now we're going to get into with these orbs, what Henry said. A lot of these creatures, we do have a lot of photos of these orbs that Henry just said with the creatures. They're known to be around a lot of these creatures, not just the Bigfoot. Cryptid creatures in itself have these orbs around them as well. They look like an egg-shaped kind of orb, like silverish looking, and then they light up, they glow, and they change. So it's we've also seen them flying in there, like we're saying. We mentioned that earlier in the orbs and in these egg-shaped looking orbs. We've seen them flying in it like a craft. We've seen them coming out. We have pictures of them coming out of it. So the creatures do come out of it. and they fly in these things as well. Not only do the cryptid, the Bigfoot do itself as well. We've seen.
Yeah.
So there's a connection, guys. There's a connection. Um, so damn, we hit three of them. So, like I
Yeah.
said, me and Henry is going to make a documentary movie where we are going to show video of this stuff going on, to where you guys get to see some action, you get to see some actual videos. I have the other day got a creature going in and out of the tree and standing by the tree and then going back in the tree, on video where it shows me as well with the tree in the background. That's going to be released in there. We're going to release a lot of good stuff in there, guys. I'm going to go out on the field and I'm going to take a man and a lady, a gentleman, whatever, an older couple, gave me a sound of a Bigfoot having a baby. And I'm going to go out on the field and I'm going to record. I'm going to stay in a trailer that's way deep in the woods. And I'm going to play this noise where these creatures are known to be. And we're going to see what's going to happen. And we're going to probably do that on a live as well, maybe. Or if I can't go live, I'm definitely going to put it in that documentary. Um, I'm also going to go out in the woods alongside of these creatures and touch a tree that has a creature in it. And I'm going to also sit down by creatures so people can see these creatures. Not all of them are mean. Some of them are, and some of them are real mean, like Henry explains to you guys. If you're having a nice interaction with them, don't get mean, don't scare them, don't challenge them, don't run from them, because then
No.
you're bringing a challenge on. And there's something going on in this world that is just supernatural and just wild, and it's happening, and it's happening all around all of us. If you noticed on YouTube, a lot of these stations are, these news stations are, people are complaining that they're hearing noises in the town, howling at night, and then they try to blow it off. The newscast does, like it's funny or it's a joke. And I've heard these creatures. Henry's heard these creatures. We know that's what's going on. That's these creatures, and they're starting
Yeah.
to come into these towns and invade the towns. They're populating in our forest. The creatures are running out of our forest, of our safe areas like Yellowstone, and they're running for their life because these creatures will kill them. And
Yeah.
we do have pictures, like I say, and researched, and I have a creature that has something in its hand and it's killing a bear, and you can see it's a bear. So I mean, this is what's going on out there. And don't be a fool. It's not, the volcano's not going to go off. They've been saying that the sky's falling for 20 million years here. You know what I mean? It's the creatures are running for a certain reason. When something's chasing them out of the forest, they're going to run. They don't feel safe there no more, so they're running out of the state parks, man. They're fleeing, and these creatures are taking over our state parks, like left and right, in our forest as well. And it's not safe for people to go for a walk in. Please don't go out in the woods by yourself. Please don't go jog by yourself in those woods. It's not safe anymore. People need to know that. You have to be aware of what's going on. And running is not safe in the woods, period, because
No.
running turns a critter on. Mountain lions will chase you. A lot of things, bears will chase you. A lot of things will chase you when you run. So
I don't
that's
know
not
if you
safe.
can. I don't know if you can see this very good because it's a small screen, but I'll show it anyway. Here's a dog man that is climbing a bluff, and he's going back to this old house that had been either built in the ground or it sank in a sinkhole, and it's circled.
Wicked. And that house is pretty wicked because when I've seen the picture, Henry, it does look like it's dug out around it. Like
Yeah.
like maybe 4 feet or 5 feet around the house has
Yeah.
like a dugout. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like they go down and in the house is sank in the ground, like Henry's saying.
Yeah.
It's wicked.
It is.
So it's almost like it's being used because why is the dugout around it for them to go in and out? Probably.
That's what I'm trying. And that way you couldn't see it from the air. You know,
Yep.
like if
Mm,
you're a plane flying over, you
yep.
might miss it, mistake it for something else.
Or think it's a condemned house because it's flat to the ground, in the ground looking.
Yeah. But
Hmm.
these creatures, these dogmen, they are known to inhabit that land right there. And there's been lots of cases where people have seen these things broad daylight.
Hmm.
And like I said, I got that picture of that one, kind of a reddish brown looking, and it was headed back to that house. Even the guys that own the land, they don't even like to go back there. They're scared shitless to go back there because they built a cabin, thought they were smart one night. They stayed there and they're going to have some target practice. They did all right till the dog men decided to attack the house. They never went back to the cabin again either.
Mm-mm. Nope.
So it's one of those things, that you just got to be careful because all this stuff is out there and it's nothing to play with. I mean, it's something that I wouldn't recommend
No.
anybody
We
to
even
go
have we even
taunting.
have photos of a Bigfoot carrying an alien. So it
Yeah,
goes to show you that these things are in common. We have photos of all different creatures standing together. The rake creature people call the rake, Bigfoot, some other looking crazy ass looking creature, and some other crazy looking creature that no one's even said names of. There's different creatures out there, and they all flock together. They all. It's like when you see something like that, a photo, you think to yourself, how do these creatures, they know they're all creatures? Do they know where they came from? Do they know they came from an alien or something, or all the same thing? And it's they have no problem with each other. They're standing there with each other.
this is that house that sunk and them dog men live there. Let's see. Right
Keep coming on.
there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I see it. Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to go up there messing around.
No.
And that's the place too that has them it's barbed wire and they make it like a pyramid, like a diamond. And you take off running and you go from one to the next one and you slide under it. And while these creatures are trying to get to you, it can't get to you because of the barbed wire. While it's fighting on one side trying to get a hold of you, you just slide out the other side and go to the next one.
And that there is probably is for the government that is watching over these creatures for when they need to go
Yeah.
there in case they have to be safe. They're not telling us that.
No, no, they ain't gonna tell
Strange
us shit.
there. That's pretty strange that's there. You know what I mean? And knowingly, if you didn't know what Henry just told you, you wouldn't know to go slide under. You know what I mean? Unless you just kind of started to really use your brain and think, oh, fuck, if I go under there, maybe I'll be safer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And when you're
you
being
can't
attacked,
outrun them.
yeah, when you're being attacked, it's hard to think, man. Especially when you're
And
being
see,
attacked by something never seen before.
and I run across that just by accident. I didn't know what the hell it was. And when I got done up there hiking around looking for this cemetery, I was trying to explain it to my wife, and she goes, "What you're saying don't make no sense." I said, "Okay, where the fence line is, the edge of the property line, on the inside, there's these deals like this, and it's hooked to trees. This barbed wire is hooked to these trees, and it's pulled, I mean, tight. And down below, there's a 2 foot space that you can slide up and under. Nothing can reach in over top because there's barbed wire all over. It can't get to you."
I wonder if they have those down in the LBL.
This is
Down there
something
with
that
those
people have
Slayer
to look at.
tables.
If you
Fuck.
find a dogman hotspot, watch around for these things.
Yeah,
because unless you walk right up on one, you'd never see it.
smart, Henry. That's what I was thinking too. To say
Yeah,
that what you just said, because that's pretty weird. It might be like for the watchers when they do come there to bring whatever they an escape route if they were attacked or
yeah.
you know
And you think about it, this property that I'm talking about butts up to conservation department property.
right there. They're covering it up. They're
Yep.
always covering it up. They're covering it up in the LVL.
So
Caught
these
up.
little things do exist. I'll tell you something else I found too. I have no fucking clue how it got there. You know those big corn bins they're made by Butler? They're a big silver bin.
Mm-hmm.
I found a whole top to one of them on the ground. There ain't no way, not even a tornado could have threw it through those trees. There wasn't a scratch on it. There wasn't no dents. It was just leaning up against a tree. So what the hell pulled that off? How'd it
Mm-hmm.
get there? There ain't no corn bins around there.
Yep. Yep.
And just like the conservation telling everybody, when you see these big giant brown and white signs and they got them little flyers stuck in them about hunting and no hunting, bird watching, there's also a pamphlet there that tells about that area. At this particular place, there's no wild animals there. There's no birds, there's no squirrels, no rabbits, no lizards. I didn't even see a damn snake.
Mm-hmm. When these creatures are around like that, all them
Mhm.
animals get the fuck out. It's like even when them creatures that have that invisibility look to them, they get the
Yeah,
fuck out. They see it. They get the fuck out. They know what goes on in them woods. That's their woods. They live there. That's like something coming in your house. You
yeah.
know it.
I'm not
You know
out
what I
very
mean?
often.
You're gone. Yeah. Every time, man, it's always silence. It's always pure quiet. And that's not a good thing. You know what I mean? When you don't hear them birds going, them squirrels messing around, anything happening,
You better start looking.
yeah, you better start looking because there's some reason why they're already quiet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's another thing too
In
that
the
nobody's
jungle,
ever talked about.
in the jungle, Henry, they told me, they told me a lot of stuff over there. I learned a lot of cool stuff, but the chief also told me that that's how when they know something's coming is
Yeah,
everything in the jungle, all that shit. It makes noise in the day and it makes noise at night. The different
yep.
creatures do. They quiet up. When they quiet up, that's when those tribal people start looking and watching over their back big time.
If you talk to some of the some of the Vietnam veterans, they talk about these here what they call egrets. And we have them around here. They brought a bunch of them over and turned them loose in our area. These egrets, they pick flies and lice off cattle and water buffalo, and they do a lot of squawking. Over there, guys in Vietnam, the Americans, would talk about as long as the jungle was alive and singing, the Viet Cong wasn't around.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment them egrets and all them other birds started to fly off or got silent, Charlie's
Something's
in the
out there.
neighborhood.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's when they'd worry.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yep.
just one of those things. And another thing too,
And that's a smart knowledge thing that people should sink in their head.
yeah,
When they go out walking in the forest, okay, well, as you're walking, if the birds are getting quiet, that's because of you. But
yeah,
if you're out there and them birds are going and all of a sudden they get quiet, something's
watch out.
something's coming. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
something spooked them.
And it might be something that you can't see.
Yeah,
Some of
like
these
the case when me
creatures
and my
can
wife
be
was on the track
invisible.
down there.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
couldn't see what was coming after us. We could see the tree limbs moving. You see the rocks rolling off of the bluff, but it was paralleling us trying to get to that valley before we did and got to the car. It was going to cut us off, is what it was trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And personally, I still say it was one of them red looking dog men that I got a picture of because That's the same bluff line that thing was on.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is all tied together.
Yeah.
Even though people don't want to believe that, they don't want to tell you that. Either one, because it sounds too weird, but do the math. How many
Yeah, but
times?
if you're a real researcher, and I mean, I guess you could. I don't know. I guess a lot of different people can try to be a researcher, but I guess it depends how much common sense you have, ability, or how smart you really are of a researcher and what you're researching and what you're putting together out of it. A lot of people just claim they're researchers and they ain't no researcher. You know,
No,
you know that there's these men out there that they've had encounters 30 and 40 years ago that claim they're researchers and they haven't learned anything from what happened to them. And if
no,
you
they ain't gonna know
trying
the
to learn that,
information.
you'd really be trying to learn it, and you'd know something by now. You'd definitely know something. You know,
That's
Eh,
another thing I'd like to tell people out there that might be listening. Always live by this rule: 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, now we're going to apply this to this lesson.
mhm.
2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, you got a guy in a truck driving. Something scared the shit out of him, and he's hauling ass. Then you got some big fat ass, probably ain't seen his Peter in about 2 years. And he's telling this same story that he's told for the past 50,000 years. Well, I was chasing that truck, and I got my big old fat belly over, and I jumped right in the back of that truck. You lying motherfucker. The only way you'd have gotten back of that truck if there was a coffee cup or a fucking donut.
Mhm.
There ain't no way you chased a freaking truck with
Mhm.
somebody scared trying to get away, and you grabbed the tailgate and slung your leg up and over that. You're full of shit. I'm a thin man, and I can't even do that.
Yeah, yeah, just like the truck driver that shot the dog man out the window, you
Yeah,
know.
the
But
pass
praise the
to the
Lord.
passenger
It's like, oh,
side.
come on, man. You know what I mean?
Every trailer truck has a little window down by your legs. A lot of the newer ones, they have a little window, and it's probably maybe 12 inches long by about 4 or 5 inches wide. And that's so you can see somebody walking up to the passenger side of the truck.
Hmm.
And the driver's gone, out. The passenger can look down at the window on that side and see. Now, this dumb son of a bitch told this story. I was going down the interstate, and this dog man come running after me. The first part of the story is he shot it through the passenger side window. Let me tell you something. When you're in a trailer truck, they have what they call a rock and roll seat. They call it that for a reason
Bounce.
because you're doing this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So that washes up his lie.
yeah.
Then to cover that lie, he said, "Oh no, I shot it through the window down there,
You know
dude."
what really gets me the most out of the story? So it's like, okay, and then you got people that's drove in trucks that claim, the seat bounce is bullshit.
Yeah,
Okay, well, even if you give him the benefit of the doubt, even if you were just to give him the benefit of the doubt, the moral of the story is that he did not go back to the scene. He took off, and then he had the government contact him.
yeah,
Men in Black, they're not going to contact him because he didn't go back to the scene. He didn't take no fucking photos. He didn't take a video. He didn't tell anybody. But
yeah. See,
here he's being contacted. If the government, so I have to look at that story myself and sit back and go, okay, well, when I go out in the woods, man, I have encounters a couple times a week. And I don't get visited by the government over that. So,
no,
you know what I'm saying? So, if I even killed one of those creatures, I don't think I would be visited by the government because I have too much contact, too much shit going on with that. and they ain't contacting me. So I know the guy is full of shit because they would not contact him. It was end of story. You know what I mean? If he shot one, so be it. He got away. He's not running his mouth about it. He didn't do any interviews until after the damn government came after him or whatever. Come on, man. It's like, and
But
then you
here's
have
the thing.
these, yeah, and then you have these truck drivers that are all stepping up claiming dude couldn't have shot something like that out that window because
No,
of the
no.
seat. You know, so it's like, okay, and at the very end of the story, what's you got to put in there? Praise the Lord. Praise the
Yeah.
Lord, brother. You know what I mean? And that tells
Praise
me
the
that,
Lord and pass
yeah,
the fucking bean.
that takes me back to the watchers. You know, these watchers run around and they use the Lord in the name of a cover up. And it's terrible that they do that. And they do that. And they do that to get people to feel more okay with that person. You know, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's a cover up. You know, and they think it makes people feel okay. Oh, okay. Oh, man, he must be a good person. He's like, bless my heart. And
Yeah.
no. And
Let me tell you something about it.
is misguiding,
Yeah.
misguiding, misguide. Oh, fuck, can't even say it. I want to say
And
like a cover up mask. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Come in
let me
all
tell you about
different
these
fucking
guys though.
ways. You know what I mean?
These are the same guys that'll talk to somebody
Yeah.
and they'll work out the wording and they'll be sure at the end, yeah, I'm talking about you, spear chucker.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Now
find
you
out
make sure that you
where
advise
you've
me
seen
because it makes me
something
look like
and
a
what
big
you've
man.
seen, so I can turn it in and get some money on you,
Yeah.
motherfucker. I'm a watcher. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's a watcher, all right. He can watch me moon him.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's just it's how you are, how you be. These people know better. They run around out there. All these people have been running around all these years, and you tell me they ain't figured nothing out. That's a bunch of fucking stupid shit. That's
Yeah.
a shame in the game. You know what I mean? Where's your science? Where's your smarts? Where's your brain? It's a shame in the game. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And they all try to cover up on each other. Oh, no, it's an ape. Oh, no, you know. Oh, don't show the real thing. Oh, no. You know what I mean? It's a big
Because they
fucking,
don't have photos of their own.
yeah, they want to sit there and bite the chunk change. You know what I mean? Oh, if we keep saying it's a monkey and not figure it out, we can you keep using it, you know, as a product, and we can try and make some money off it. We can try to, you know, no, we can
They'll get
still you can
t-shirts
still
and a
do that
ball
if you
cap.
get the truth out, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I,
and you know what's funny though is 90% of these people that do these shows, they
Mhm.
don't go out there and look for nothing. And let me tell you something. I can tell you this from fact. I have tried to get some of them to go look at some of this things that I've seen. Well, old brother Groves, we're going to get right on that, aren't we? Well, sure, there, old spear chucker.
They don't want to
Y'all
because
see you got to.
they just want to know what you know. They don't want to
Yeah,
go to it. They don't want to go to it. They're hiding it. They're watchers. They're cover up. They're watchers. They just want to know. That's it. They don't want to expose it. They're watchers,
no.
man. They'll get bit in the ass by their wolf pack. You
Now,
know?
here's something else they're all scared of, too,
Mm,
and I can prove it. If you do have real knowledge like we do, oh, they want you on the show.
mhm,
Watch the comment, the live comments.
mhm. I turn a lot of them down. You know what I mean? I kind of
You'll
look at the
see
shows
them.
that I know that ain't blowhards. You know, like the older man I just did a show on.
Yeah.
Those other guys, round table, all that. I don't even give them a chance. You know that they came after me. I
Yeah.
don't give them a chance. Nope.
What
Fuck
they
that.
do is they'll be somebody why somebody's really got knowledge on there,
Mm.
and in the comments, a bunch of them will pop up. When's such and such gonna be back on? Is he gonna be part of the show? Flip. Hey, dude, where'd them comments go? Oh, must be a computer glitch.
Yeah, I don't want my
No, it
neck
ain't.
bit. I don't want my neck bit.
Yeah, it's like when they get somebody that knows more than they do,
Yeah.
they want to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They want you just to shut up, go away, so they can tell their same fucking stories from
Oh yeah,
1972.
and they'll tick and they'll follow you. You know what you say, what you do, and they'll tick on you. And you know they'll, that's what they're doing to us lately. You know, you see how we've
Yeah,
been bringing this stuff up, and now they're all, oh yeah, even David. You know, he's got, oh yeah, you know, now they're like, oh, the truth's gonna get spilled, so you better bark up, mother scratcher. You know what
yeah,
I mean? We're done playing the game. We're done playing the game. We're done playing the, oh, is it a monkey? No, we're not playing that no more.
ain't no
We're,
damn monkey.
yeah, we're getting
You
to the
know,
truth here, and if people don't
people should
like
ask
it, then
people should ask this question: when you hear real dog being attacked, like with a dog man, a bunch of them has went to people's houses, even Bigfoot. What's the number one claim? I locked the door, honey. Look, the door handle's shaking.
yeah,
Now, what grabs the door handle? Human beings do. Okay, just say, for the shit of saying it, if it's part man and part dog man, or vice versa, would they not use their hand like a human? Yes, they would.
mm-hmm.
They would have a hand like a human, sort of, that they
Mm-hmm.
could grasp.
Nope. Yeah, people have
So,
to accept it. It's going to be a different. It's going to be a whole big change, man. You know what I mean? And I see it coming. I see it coming right through the forest. You know what I
yeah,
mean? What's it going to do when it populates that too much? It's going to come out. It's going to come out and populate the city, man.
it is.
What's something that's 20, 30 foot going to say? Fuck you is what it's going to say. Move out. That's how it
Yeah,
is.
stomp it
You
off
know
the
what
place.
I mean? And if these people can't accept it, they're all going to flip out. They're going to end up in the FEMA train down to the FEMA plant. You know, becoming gravy train. I don't know. You got to accept it. If you can, then reach out, accept it for what it is. Just because something looks scary doesn't mean it's scary. That's how you have to look
No,
at it. Don't be as scared.
attitude.
You see something with teeth hanging there looking at you, long as it's not chasing you or attacking you, don't be scared of it. Fear no fear, because if you do, it's done. It's done deal. You know what I mean? I know that's got a big step in it. And I don't know
Yeah,
what it is. I don't know if it's a feelings thing, you know, maybe it hurts their feelings, or maybe the fear brings on hunger, or the attack, or just like the running does for a cat. You know, it brings on that you know what I mean. So maybe the fear does that as well. It brings it on more. You know, they thrive off that. You know, you're afraid of me? Okay, motherfucker, be afraid. You know what I
you
mean?
know what they always say about dogs. If you're not familiar with the dog,
Mm-hmm.
don't look at it, don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
It don't exist there.
Mm-hmm. And you know, you probably noticed this too, Henry, throughout your life. I've seen a few different people that's came to my family's house that were just totally scared of dogs, period.
Yeah,
That they don't like dogs, period. That they are scared of dogs, period. Well, if you're not giving that dog a chance because you're scared of the way it looks, or its teeth, or whatever, or afraid it might bite you, how the hell are you going to give anything else a chance that's out there? You know what I mean? And people's going to have to open their minds and let go of what they were taught, and learn by scratch all over again, and use your common sense and learn what you see. Learn what you see is going on, not what you're fucking told. You know what I mean? They can tell you all kinds of bullshit and people believe it, and it's terrible. And
yeah,
that's why live in a false world. Why, if you're born and you have a life, don't you want to know what really goes on? Don't you really want to know what is going on? I mean, I guess if you do, some people are thinking to themselves, well, fuck, man, I go nuts because of all this shit. Well, you have to hold your insanity. You have to be strong. You have to, still live your life around all that. You know what I mean? Think of your home as your home. Your backyard is your own playground. fuck what's on the outside because we have to live around it, and it's terrible. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of bad shit going in this world, a lot. And if we only knew it, we'd probably most of us would go crazy just knowing all of it and being reality smacked in our face with it. But you have to be strong. You have to be happy, and you have to live your life as best you can until the time comes. We don't know from day to day, with the war shit going on, with the fight and bullshit going on, and all that, what day is going to be what day. And on top of it, people don't know their day. Oh man, I'm gonna drop dead of a heart attack. They don't know that. You know what I mean? It could be any day. So we do need to stand strong and love ourselves and our families, and cherish our time together as much as we can, because we don't know what's going to happen. And this is just a time of phase of our life that it's a humanoid life that we got going on. What happens when we die? Maybe we go to a interdimensional world or a spirit world where we're still there, but maybe we're one of these creatures. How Henry shows the photo of the vampire museum, monoseum creature. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Maybe we still are there. So it just goes to show you, you just got to enjoy your time as much you can, and be aware and be safety out there, because these creatures do exist that me and Henry are talking about, and we are
Yeah.
going to make a documentary that's going to have it in there, so everybody will see for themselves.
And
Accept it or don't.
let me please get this out there. There is, and I'm not talking about the people listening. These people running around. I can take you in my backyard and show you something. These fucking idiots that's running around, all of them, that's talking about Bigfoot put these things in the trees and he camps out underneath of it. You know what they are? A bunch of fucking idiots. Why do I say that? Use common sense.
Mhm.
Bigfoot grabbed a tree and starts making these pyramids or these uh cryptid teepees, Mr. UK.
Mhm.
If that's the case, why ain't there any hair on there? Why ain't there any sperm on there? Or Bigfoot pussy juice?
Beep. You gotta let me know so I can put the beep in there.
I mean, seriously, you got
Beep.
these fucking idiots running around. That's a Bigfoot teepee. Dude, you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, it's just nobody understands, and I don't think they can understand. They understand that these creatures can go invisible and go through portholes, Henry. I watched a guy that he had some good filming. He went up on a mountain ridge, and he was like, "Man, you could tell something's been in this area," and he was right. And you could see something was sitting all over in that fucking area, man. He was in a hot spot. And he's like, "I just don't understand it, because when I'm at the road and I get my camera out, I can see the dark shades of the creatures. But when I went up here, they're gone." You know what I mean? He just didn't
Yeah,
understand that they can go in and out of the trees, and they can. He just doesn't understand. And chances are, when you're up there, a lot of them are probably still standing there. You just ain't seeing it. So do
and
something
let
out of
me
the
explain
wrong.
this in case somebody's misunderstanding what he's saying. In the project, just say I was standing by a tree and you took a pot shot at me and my gun's jammed. I can open a portal inside that tree and step into it and close it behind me, but I'm still sitting there watching you,
In the tree,
waiting for you to
embedded
fuck
in the
up.
tree, like the black behind me is the tree, and all of a sudden he embeds in the tree like this, and
Yeah,
just sits there and watches. So you'll see the outline of Henry's face in black, and you'll see that it looks like a person. Did somebody fucking draw a person on here? Did the tree mold to look like a fucking shadow of a person? That's Henry in the tree.
that's what these creatures are doing, just like
Hmm.
we were doing in the
Hmm.
project.
No, they
It was
also
an
can look
escape
like
bait.
something. They also can. be next to a tree, like Henry's saying, and then make their self look like the same exact tree they're standing next to, right next
Yeah.
to two trees that look identical together, same branches, same markings. Something's funny there. That's a paranormal. Walk up and try and touch the tree and see what happens. Don't, I'm not telling you to do it, because I'm not, trying to tell anybody to ain't doing it. But if you did, you would see that the creature's probably going to jump out and attack you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or jump out and change and scare the shit out of you. So it's like, we're going to
Well,
show those in this documentary. We're going to show people what's going on.
there's lots of people that talks about it, and you'll hear these real credible eyewitnesses. And let me state this for a fact: cops, you know what it stands for? Cocksucker on patrol. They ain't worth a shit for identifying shit, except for a fucking donut and Playboy pictures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they're not credible witnesses.
No, no, not
We'll
at
set
all.
that record straight real quick.
Not at all.
Mutton Groves.
Not at all. The incredible
There's been
witnesses are the ones that these is happening to. The ladies that are out there on Facebook, I can
yes,
name different ones of them, Barb's, and these people are the ones that are the incredible witnesses because they're having the encounters constantly, and they're knowing what's going on with that encounter, and they're trying to learn by it. It's those are the ones that we want to hear. Those are the ones, the stories that should be interviewed by these people and pushed
and
around
they're
are
not.
these new encounters. Man, it's we're still hearing the 40 and 50-year-old encounters, and it's like, come on, man. All these years you're skipping out trying to avoid it. That just goes to show me it's a cover up. It's a cover up because they don't want the information out. They don't want to get it out. And if you noticed, if you watch the news, when the news does talk about Bigfoot or anything like that, they laugh. They think it's fucking
Yeah,
funny. They act stupid about it, like we're high. It's terrible. You know what I mean? When
well,
there are incredible people that stand forth and share their stories, and just like on me and Henry's other channel, there's people that step up and share their stories, and you watch them, and then you can go, oh, that person's not wacky. You know what I mean? So it tells you it's something's going on here, man. Why aren't we stepping up to the evidence? There's too many people stepping forward, man. Something's not right. You can't
now,
believe a thing the government says. I mean, for Christ's sakes, United States don't even want to claim or talk about UFOs, but Russia's over there teaching in their schools, they teach how Hitler was manufacturing UFOs. So what does
yeah,
that go to show you, man? It's they don't want you to know that shit. It's a lie. It's a cover up. Why should we believe in you? Why should you even be one of our rulers for our country? If you got to lie to us and you can't tell us the truth and we can't all learn together, step aside. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's exactly what it
Either
is.
get up or get out.
Yeah, yeah. Step
Another thing
aside.
too, when you're walking in a wooded area, and beyond that wooded area is like a prairie, and you look out there and you see a dark spot that maybe it could be a stump. You
Mhm.
better stop and look closely because these dogmen and Bigfoot
Oh yeah,
have been known to squat down, look
and they
just
make
like a
themselves
stump.
look like a stump. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Or
and
they
then the
embed
person
themselves,
leaves.
like Henry was talking about, into the stump,
Yeah,
and they'll be there. And
then you
that's why
come
the
back
stump
and
is really dark and it's standing out.
yeah, and then you leave and you come back and you're telling somebody you're with about this stump you seen out there in this here prairie.
Yep.
And they're like, "Well, I was just there the other day and I didn't see that." So they walk back to the spot and he goes, "Well, I know it was right along here somewhere." No,
Mhm.
dude, there was a cryptid there
Yeah, yeah,
that
dude.
pulled your ass.
Oh yeah, and it happens all the time. It happens
Yeah,
around everybody all the time, and these people will go out in the woods and they do all kinds of shit, and it's like, oh my god, you guys are silly because these creatures are around. What gets me a lot of times is I'll see these pictures of the LBO where these groups go down there and claim they're researchers, and they'll have a campfire going, and in the background by the woods you'll see the porthole, or you'll see a creature standing there,
Yeah,
and it's not harming them people, it's just standing there. And it's
yeah,
like,
just
and
watching.
these people have no idea, or do they have an idea? That's what makes you wonder.
Yeah,
Are they fucking watchers or shapeshifter people themselves, and they know that creature's there, and that's why that creature ain't harming them, or what's up? You know what I mean? Because it's like, man, I can't believe they don't see that. They just don't see it. The fucking eyes are bad. I don't get it. Tunnel vision. I don't get it. Open your
and
eyes, man. You know,
if you
look on
notice,
YouTube. Look on YouTube, everybody out there, and it teaches you how to strengthen your eyes. So instead of going to the doctors to get glasses because you're having a hard time seeing, look it up on Google and or YouTube, and it'll show you what you can do. You can get on a trampoline and you can study, look at stare at something 8-10 feet away from that trampoline, and don't move your eyes off it and start to jump. And it says that strengthens your eyes, and it does. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
the muscles in your
Um,
eyes.
study how to see three and fourth division. Study that shit, man, and you'll learn, and your eyes will open up, and you'll, at the same time, you'll open up to reality, what's around you, because you're concentrating on your eyes and making them better. I think that helps on the people to notice all the other shit, but they can
It does.
study that.
It just frustrates the shit out of me when every channel you turn on. Today, we got a professional, David Politis. Well, he worked for the FBI and he knows everything. Well, if he tells you he's seen a cat inside of a stump, by God, there was a cat there because he was with the FBI.
There's a problem here. David is not sharing the truth. David is not
No,
showing the truth because he doesn't want to get it out there, because he's using what he has right now to make money off of, just like they use Jesus as a product. Same thing.
he's using the same
Or
thing.
he's afraid to put it out there because he's afraid his ass will get no more money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They'll cut him off.
he's like Geraldo Rivera. He's got to keep the show going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's like Days of Our Lives and Young and the Restless.
Yeah, let's be done with this keep it going shit. Let's talk about what's going on, what's happening,
Yeah,
and let's everybody learn, because if they know what's going on, then they can progress from there. If not, then they're just stuck still in that shallow water, not knowing nothing.
here's a challenge for anybody that's listening or anybody that watches this show later. I can get right there in my photo album. I can show you portals.
Mhm.
Now go to these other yahoos and say, "Hey, you're
They
talking
don't
about
have,
portals tonight. You got any pictures? No, you don't. Okay, bye."
and that's another thing. What Henry is saying is, if you're a researcher, you should be researching in the right direction and have research knowledge and research work that you've done. Henry
Yeah,
shows talking about photos. That's research he's done. That's research he has to prove that's the research. To where these researchers, a lot of them claim that they're researchers, they don't have anything. Me and Henry have photos, we have videos, we have stuff,
yeah.
and we know what's going on because we've researched it. You know, not just because we read about it from some person and think that's how it goes. We look at pictures, we see what we see in the picture. A picture tells 1,000 words. Same with the video. We we that's what we do. We study what's going on, and we take it from the facts, not the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we don't wear badges.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. A
We don't
lot of
work for
this
the
stuff.
FBI.
A lot of this stuff's right on Google Earth, right in front of everybody, and it's a matter of them being able to operate Google Earth right, to be able to go down there in a 3D angle and come in on it. And it's right there, smack in front of everybody. You can see creatures on there. People just they're dumbfounded. And nowadays they're changing Google Earth over and over and over, trying to get you to re-download, re-update. Don't update your Google Earth, because when you update it, it's a fuck up to cover up more creatures. So it's out there right in front of our face. It's just people don't research in the right place.
I'll tell you something funny. and my wife can verify this. We went to the tax assessor's office one time and wanted to look up this piece of property that we had been hiking around. So we're standing behind the guy that's running the computer, and he comes to that parcel of land, and he goes, "Now I'm going to zoom down so you can see what's down there." Okay, he zoomed down, and you can ask my wife. There was three creatures of some sort, and soon as his eyes focused and he seen that, click, he shut the computer off and he goes, "Computer ain't working."
Yeah, get scared.
Yeah,
He gets scared, man. Gets scared just like that, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
and that was a tax assessor's office,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that was a live view of what was going on at while we was watching,
Yeah.
because there was sounds down
I have a
below.
friend that's worked on monsters and creatures for over 30 fucking years. And he's worked for famous directors. And as soon as I showed him some pictures of some real creatures, boy, he got all weirded out. He told me right on a video call, I'm not involved with this. Just so if the FBI is listening, I have nothing to do with this. I don't even want to talk about it no more, Ethan.
Yeah,
And then he fucking hung up on me. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I've
yeah,
known this guy for over 20 years, man. I'm like, what the
that
hell? Yeah.
that's no kidding.
Uh-huh. People get scared. People get
But
scared.
that, yeah, that's what I don't get. It's like, how come these people don't have? They claim that they're starting these groups like Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't have no photos,
Mm-hmm.
no evidence, and most videos when you watch, they're sitting around a campfire
Uh-huh.
yapping. When
Yup.
they do go out in the forest, they're beating on pans, screaming and hollering.
Yeah, yeah, that ain't how to do that. You're scaring it.
No,
You're scaring it away. You start
yeah,
making noise and shit, you're scaring it to go in the tree or to mimic a tree or to get the fuck out of there because it doesn't know what you're doing. It's watching, but that
yeah,
don't work. That don't work. Have you ever seen that fucking work? No. You hear these people fake shit. Oh, did you hear that in the video? I didn't hear nothing knock in the background, man. Your buddy, fucking
yeah.
stupid. That don't prove nothing to me. You
No,
know
it
what I
don't.
mean? It don't prove nothing to me. I think that is so just stupid. It's come on, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that wood knocking thing. You see them idiots running around. You
Uh,
gotta grab this big old tree and you gotta beat on this tree, dude. You're a
mhm,
fucking moron.
mhm,
Why
exactly.
don't you just tell the people that's following you blindly
Hmm.
that you got to take some cake batter out there and take a rolling pin because he's going to bake you a cake while you're sitting there, and then Bigfoot and Dog Man going to help you eat it.
Yup.
But, it's like people
Well, I've been
believe
a hunter
Bigfoot.
for fucking 70 years, boy. I tell you what, if there's something out there, I would have known.
Yeah,
You ain't know
like, well,
nothing that goes invisible that mimics a tree or can go into a tree. You think you know there's a creature out there like that? Fuck no. That is the most intelligent mechanism, whatever there is, man. You ain't topping that. If that thing can
no,
go in trees, it can probably go on the side of your fucking wood house, the side of your garage, your fucking fence that's outside. We have one that goes in the wood fence. We've been seeing that, and we're about to put that on film as well because we've seen that and we know that it can do it. These creatures don't mess around, man. They can be all around somebody and they don't know nothing. You wouldn't even fucking know. And Henry will
okay,
tell you that it's backing into a fucking wall that nobody knows you're there.
look at these crap.
Nice. Look at the ones that are lit up. I wonder if they're fucking if they're flaring up. Getting ready to power up.
Don't know. But I've got 3 different photos like this.
Or is that just the computer? Or they got a color to them, or is that the computer? Some of them on here on the photo on the computer have like a bluish, reddish green to them, yellow.
I don't know. This is just a picture I took from Google Earth,
Yeah, that's wicked, man.
and I've got 3 or 4 pictures
You can
like
see
this.
they all have the same exact shape in them.
Yeah.
Wicked.
And if you know who Kenneth Arnold is, he was the guy that filmed those crescent-looking UFOs there in Washington. These look just like that. The other ones look like the Hortons from Germany, World War II.
Huh.
And these were not far from the conservation area.
Oh shit, cover up. I bet you that area those are in, or you can't go in. Bet you it's
No,
private fucking area. I bet you they got that closed off.
yeah,
You know?
and it's a big,
Anything it's all a big lie on history. It's terrible. Wow, look at there's tons of them too.
yeah, and that's just one photo.
I almost wonder if there's a base down there.
Probably wouldn't surprise me out in the middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
And this is
Yeah.
by that conservation area.
Wow.
So if
But
these are UFOs, then there's your other connection with the dog man, UFOs,
mm-hmm.
right there.
Yep.
Now, that's not far from that house that's sunk in the ground that that dog man was going to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and we got photos of the dog man we're going to be showing in the video as well.
Yeah.
So people will get to see what really goes on in reality. You know, it's just it's amazing that these beings can disappear and appear like they want to. That's a one amazing technology that is just amazing. You know, blows your mind.
Well, here's another one.
Oh wow.
There's a whole
Oh yeah,
shitload of
look
them.
at them all parked all over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all over the fucking place there.
Mm-hmm. Taking over, man.
Yeah.
Alien agenda takeover, man. Watch out, guys. Watch
This
out.
is out in the middle of Bubba fuck Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't get to this place with a vehicle. You have to walk.
Gonna
There's
walk
another one.
probably a long ways too.
Oh
Damn,
hell
look
yeah.
at them all. Look at them all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and those are some big ships, man. You can get a
Yeah.
lot of motherfuckers in that thing. Wow. Nice.
So
Parked right next
there.
to each other too, man. On that one
Yeah.
point, they were like almost touching each other, dude.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at how many there is,
Mm-hmm.
there's a crap load of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Right
I
there
mean,
on
there's
Google Earth. That's what I'm saying. A lot of
yeah.
shit is right there on Google Earth. People just don't even fucking know. And it's like if you're a
Yeah.
researcher, research your threads, man. Research what you research Google Earth, man. Learn it. Learn how to use it. Learn what's going on. Look at the things you're looking at and think about it. You know, you can find a lot of creatures and spaceships on Google Earth and bases and all kinds of shit. These creatures and these aliens aren't coming from up there. They're right here on the Earth with us. They're not coming from other planets, man. They're here.
Yeah.
They're fucking
Here's
here.
a good one here.
A lot of different ones, thousands of different ones.
Explain to me this here. I'm going to show you a picture taken off of Google Earth. This picture is from 1975, when there wasn't no such thing as Google Earth. The reason I tell you this is because the barn that's in this picture was taken down in 1976. There's the Google Earth
Yep.
symbol right there.
Yep.
That barn right there.
Yep. Wow.
in the 70s.
Huh.
So how was that possible?
When they claim there was no Google Earth then. You're
Yeah,
right. Right.
you know,
Mhm.
it's stuff like
Oh,
that that don't make
they
sense.
do a lot of stuff. You know, they'll disappear houses that had crime, like murder crime in it. They'll, scratch out stuff, blur out stuff, put stuff on stuff. I mean, they try to cover up shit. But the one thing that everybody needs to pay attention to is that these creatures that are out there, these giants, these aliens, these creatures that are walking among our earth, next year they're going to be in a total different spot. And every year Google Earth is supposed to take a new picture. So, and
Yeah.
I noticed some spots that it doesn't do that, that it's a cover up where they haven't changed the area in years because it's probably populated and they don't want you to see the creatures. So, it's a crazy thing, man. You can on a laptop you can go back in dates and you can see that you can't see the creatures as much last year and the year before, but this year they were everywhere.
Look at
Wow.
those beings
Oh yeah. And they have that mist look to them, and
that come out of a portal.
yep. Same thing people see in their bedrooms. I mean,
Yeah.
it tells you these things have something in common, guys.
So see, we have the proof.
Hmm.
We got proof galore.
It's just getting people to pay attention and to listen, and YouTube to put our programs out there so people can see it.
Yeah. That's what you want to ask people.
Hmm.
Not trying to be mean, be a smart ass,
Oh,
but this is what you people need to ask. When you go to a channel and you got these people talking about dog men, and if they go hunt and look for these things, can we see some proof?
yeah.
I don't care that you've been doing this for 50, 60 years.
Yep. Hmm.
In that time, you have to have some kind of proof.
Some kind of, or else there's no sense in
Anything.
keep going researching if you ain't finding nothing. That's what I don't get about these people. It's like something's funny because if you're a researcher and you ain't found nothing, then give it up. You know what I mean? It's like I seen one lady that did step up and say that she's like, "Oh, I've been a paranormal researcher for 10 years or 15 years," and she goes, "There's
Yeah.
nothing going on." She didn't believe a fucking thing because she didn't research the right area. She didn't research
No.
the right thing to find out things. You
Well,
have
see,
to
then you got
find out
people
things.
like Swamp.
Hmm.
You got people like Swamp. He was working for some of these brotherhoods, and we felt sorry for him and his wife. Then he turned around and pulled the same shit. I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna show them at the LB on my chomper that there ain't no such thing as dog man. But
Yeah.
wait a minute, wasn't your wife the one that got attacked by a dog man?
Hmm. Hmm.
So which is it, brother? You either
Yep.
got attacked or you made up a lie
Hmm.
and you went on the TP Dog Man show there in the UK.
Yep. Went
And you
on with
fed him
us.
a line of shit.
Uh huh.
You fed
Hmm.
us a line of shit.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
just do your homework, people.
He's a
Just
terrible
ask these
womanizer.
people.
Yeah, all you got to do is do your homework, people. That's it. You really have to research. Make yourself like a detective. And that's how you got to
Yeah,
be. Why is this here? Why is that? There's a reason for shit. And figure it out. That's it, man. You know what I mean? If you got time. A lot of people don't have time and they claim they're research because they look at people's Bigfoot stuff online or something. That no, that's not how
that's
you
not a researcher.
research. No. Mm-mm.
And second of all, but foremost, for everybody out there,
Mhm.
when somebody says they're a legend and likes the title The Legend, you better smell their breath because they probably been drinking some alcohol.
Yeah, because they're not a legend with a 40-year-old story. That's not a legend, dude. There's
And
all
there ain't
these
no
news
such
stories.
thing as a
Yeah,
professional.
there's all these news stories, and some of these people with the news stories have amazing stories that blow those stories out of the water. You know what I mean? And you can learn from them. So, you know,
But, you know, I ain't saying every single time you see something, are you going to be able to grab your phone and get a picture of it?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
doing this for 30, 40, 50 years and you don't have no photos, no nothing,
Yeah, dude.
then dude, we better check, see what you're doing out there. I think you're out there playing with
Give
your
it up.
tobacco.
Yeah, give it up. You know what I mean? Me and Henry do have proof, and that's the whole thing that matters. If you want to see a dog man, I'll show you a picture of dog man or a Bigfoot or a cryptid creature. So, we have photos of it. We can show you guys, and so that shows you we are researchers. We are the true researchers. So, people claim that they are, and it's funny, but what do you do about it? You know what I mean? you
That's
know,
like
and,
when you say
and
you can read a
I,
whole
I mean,
story.
I'm not giving you know, good for trying at least. You know what I mean? I guess good for trying, but if you're not researching the right stuff, like Henry said, or the right place, that ain't worth it.
A lot of these people is in it for the money. Then you got the has been. That's the ones that used to write books and they've been on TV several times.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm.
is how they earn their living.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is scamming people like you out there.
Just like using Jesus' name and product.
Yeah.
That's it, man. You know what I mean? Fucking, me and Henry's not passing the table around, and we're not asking you for part of your paycheck. That's all.
No.
You know what I mean?
All we're asking you is take a look at our evidence
That's it.
and judge us on our evidence.
Hmm.
Take our evidence,
And if you got a bad
look at
judge,
them.
don't say anything at all, because the fact is that you say something and we know better. So you're the one that looks like a fool if you're trying to. So if you look at the picture and go, "Oh yeah," because you don't want to believe it, it is a real
Yeah.
picture and it is a real creature. Don't come back with a backlash, because you're gonna look like a fool yourself, and we're gonna make you look like even a more fool than you are. So we have took these pictures, on our own by ourselves, and we're sharing them with you, and we're trying to show you guys, look, man, these beings are here. And if you just don't want to use your common sense or put two to two together or take time, then hey, you know what I mean? If you're somebody very important, that a mayor or a governor that doesn't know, and then you want to know, step up and throw me an email, man.
Yeah.
I'll fucking walk you through it. I'll show you on Google Earth creatures. I'll blow your fucking mind, and then you can go from there, and hopefully you can do something about it, changing the world. You know what I mean? Step up. You know what I mean? I'd love to have an hour with Mel Gibson. I'd fucking
Yeah.
blow his mind, man. He would be his whole mind would be different. He would know what was going on. You know what I
Him or
mean?
Joe Rogan, either
Yeah,
one.
yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And they would just be like, the proof is right. We got the proof. Just like Henry
Yeah.
says, we have pictures and videos, man. What's up? You know what I mean? We can take you to locations. We can show you locations on Google Earth that got creatures. We can blow your fucking mind, man. You know what I mean? It's just, getting it out there to people. And YouTube has problem where they don't want to show people stuff to everybody, and that's the hard thing about it. It's not. They claim it's open to all these countries, but fuck no, it ain't. You know what I mean?
No,
We're live, and it's like, how many views did we get? Open the channels, man. you know And if you
share
guys
the
watch this
videos, you know.
video, it does help out to share, thumbs up, and leave a question. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you have any questions for Henry, man, or me, leave a question on there. Henry will get back to you, and or I'll get back to you. But definitely do that, and definitely share the videos, man. If you find this
Yeah.
video very interesting, share it. Get it out, help get it out there. It does help the channel. It does help get the word out there, and that's what we want.
Because the thing is, we do have the proof.
Hmm.
And even by showing what proof we do have, it does kind of put us in the crosshairs.
Yes.
But in the long run, if it helps somebody to understand, to see all through all the bullshit that's been told around about all these old fools,
Yeah.
then it's worth it.
There's 14 scientists missing now, and these scientists that are missing, if you really all want to put reality in reality, they have not taught me a damn thing. You know what I
No.
mean? Um, I think to myself, I'm more important science than they are, and same with Henry. We're more of a
Yeah.
science than they are. So that kind of puts us in a worry position because we are showing you guys real creature pictures, and we're going to show you real videos and shit. We're going to make a document. We're going to get it out there rather than they don't like it or they don't like it. We do know there's watchers out there, and we know it's dangerous, and we know there's shapeshifters out there. We know they've came after me and Henry. We know we experienced it. We know this stuff.
Yeah, they even had a video taken down one time because the heat got too much for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But that's okay. We've made a lot more since then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
And just know this.
Then we'll get the heat out there even stronger. We
Yeah,
will.
just keep putting it out there. Sooner
Yep.
or later, people's going to figure these idiots out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's another one for all you people to grow on. Listen to this one. There's a group out there. If they ever want to invite you to the Wolfhound Pack, ask yourself this question and ask them this question. Why is it you never want to initiate 5 or 6 people, only one at a time?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Care to answer that, boys? I bet we can answer it if you go back and look at one of our videos.
Rob.
Yeah, go back and watch a couple of our videos.
Mm-hmm.
We answer that question.
You got to be invited into the circle jerk
Yeah,
for a little while.
yeah, and you might be the pivot man.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Terrible,
You know,
man.
it's just stupid stuff like that. We had a person come on our show, and we did a show on this about the tables. And this lady listened all the way through. By the time she got to the end of the show, she said, "Well, this person was inducted last week. They're going to induct me sometime this week." I said, "Well, are you allowed to take anybody with you?" "No." "I think I'd rethink that if I was you. Would you
Mm-hmm.
walk down the streets of New York at nighttime by yourself? I think not. Better
Oh,
rethink it."
werewolf London.
Yeah,
That's what it is, man. You know what I
better
mean?
be asking why they just want to induct one person at a time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Got to get the females in there for the camping trip or something. They're up to
Yeah,
something fucking weird. You know what I mean? You got to get them all involved. They try to get them all. You know what I mean? Once you go around that, that's not cool. You ever watch the movie The Howling?
yeah,
Advise you to watch it if you haven't watched it out there, because that's what's going on throughout the world. In some
yep.
places,
The
really
very first
strong.
one,
Hmm. Some places,
because
pretty strong.
there's weird things going on.
Hmm. Hmm.
And don't ever think that the conservation and these entities like that aren't in cahoots with what's going on. They are.
They are. They are.
Me
Hmm.
and my wife had them hunt us like we were rabbits,
Yep. Hmm.
but we never go to that place unarmed. But they still tried to drive us down the tracks straight to this creature. Several other times, we've had some young people down there that tried to drive us toward these creatures to be killed. And they openly said it. We don't need to follow them any further. Creature will take care of them.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
The railroad's in on it. There's a whole bunch of entities in on this.
Hmm. Creatures gotta eat.
Yeah, that's what was said.
That's it. Creatures gotta eat. They like the young. They like the fresh, the clean meat. The ones that don't
Yeah,
take antibiotics. The ones that don't drink. They like that. Because how do you like your meat? You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you want your cow to have antibiotics? No. Do you want your cow to have, you know what I mean? So it just goes
Damn
to
sure
show
no
you.
steroids.
Hmm. That's why
But
I
yeah,
think a lot of the young is messed with, which is
yeah.
terrible. You know,
But there's so many things that goes on right underneath people's noses, and they have no clue.
no,
Why do
no.
you think a lot of these parks come and hike here? Beautiful scenery. We have mountain lions, wild boar, bears.
Hmm.
Don't bring your gun.
Yeah, don't bring a gun to protect yourself.
Bullshit. Hide a gun in your purse, a
Uh huh.
handgun. It's better than nothing.
Yep. Now you're
They're gonna do
endangering the
something.
creatures. Fucking shit. Step back, Henry. Now you're endangering the creatures. That's exactly
Yeah,
what they're doing. They're watchers. They're protectors. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And they don't give a fuck if anything happens to you because they're telling you not to bring a weapon. You're not allowed to.
yeah,
You're not allowed to bring a weapon in here. Why? Because you don't want me to save my life on trying to get out of here when a bear attacks me or anything. It's dangerous. That is dangerous. I don't understand what people don't get about that. They did that in Arizona, big cover up.
yeah,
Arizona, you can carry a gun, which is okay, but still, you go hiking over there. I lived by the Superstition Mountain for 20 fucking years, man. It was my backyard, and I watched what happened. And when someone would go up there and they get shot in the back of the head, there's three guys got shot in the fucking back of the head, executed. They want to sit and make stories up afterward. After they tell the truth, then they want to change the story for a cover up,
yeah,
and then they turn around and fucking don't want to tell you the truth what's going on out there. There's coyotes out there, and those coyotes run in fucking groups of hundreds. I've seen it
yeah,
with my own eyes. And they'll fucking take something and rip it into shreds and run off all different ways. And then they want to sit there and go, oh yeah, there's a mystery out there and this and that. Yeah, it's the coyotes killing everybody. Don't hike, don't fucking walk alone. Don't go alone. But the park can't stand up and have balls and put on their sign, we advise you not to hike alone. And you should take a weapon with you for protection. That's exactly what these parks should say. But
yeah.
no, they want to cover it up just so they can get the $6. Was my life really worth your $6 to park my car?
Yeah,
Fucking man. It's terrible. It's a big lie, and they lie right to our fucking face, and they can't be truthful. If they were just truthful, things would be a lot better. You know, people would be safer. Don't
yeah,
take your eyes off each other. There are bear out here, and they will attack you. They do take down moose, motherfucker, man. Day.
yeah.
If a bear is going to take a moose down, don't you think it'll take a person down? It's
Yep.
like you just
It's
don't,
all meat
they
to
don't,
them.
yeah, they don't put two and two together. There's no common sense anymore. There's no smarts anymore. People are just, I don't get it. Is it the chemtrails? What is it? I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get why people don't use their common sense, man. You
I think
know,
a lot of that come by when that
shot. Yeah.
thing come along, the jab.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of them took the 1, 2, and 3 boosters.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci death. Dr.
Yeah,
Fauci death. You know, I really didn't mind that guy that was walking around. They called Doctor Death because he had the paperwork that people were
Dr.
dying.
Kevorkian.
Yeah, and people were dying. They did not want to suffer. If you don't want to suffer, you have the right to step up and say, "Put me to fucking sleep." Why
Yeah,
you do it to an animal? So why can't we have it done if we want to? And then in some states, I think it's Utah or something. They have a pill that you can take. So, but they need to do that everywhere, because us as humans, if we don't want to suffer, we have the right not to. You know what I mean? And so therefore, I didn't feel too bad about that guy getting in trouble. I kind of bummed me out. I was like, motherfucker, you can never leave us alone. Us as
yeah,
people, the guy has the right paperwork. The people were dying, and that's what they wanted. So be it. If that's what
yeah.
your
And he's
wish
not
is,
doing
that's
it
what you
himself.
should get. Mm-hmm.
He didn't do it himself.
Yeah.
He set it up where they had a little thing. They could push the button.
Yeah, and do
They
it
just went to
themselves.
sleep.
Yeah, and do it
Yeah.
themselves. So they're the ones that pushed it. Yeah, I mean, it's like they just want to control, just control what they want. Well, how come we can't make the world better? How come we can't change the water from our poop and pee and our toilets that flush our antibiotics down and dead animals and everything else and get pumped in a pump and sent right back for you to drink? Why can't we change that? Why can't we change the air? Why do we got to spray chemtrails to ruin our fucking trees, to ruin our grass, to kill nature? Why can't we make a change in life? If you notice, there's no change. There's no better. It's just
No, it's
what
always
it
a
is.
change for the worse.
Yeah, it's what it is, and it's all about milking for the money, milking for the money. Constantly something they're milking.
Yep.
It's terrible. It's terrible. You know what I mean? What happened to our kids' future? You know, they used to make songs of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking
Yeah.
man, they don't care no more. You know what I mean? It's all corrupted. It's all corrupted. You know, this even
Well,
goes to show you this fucking Diddy guy connected with all these other celebrities. They put it all out there on the news and then they shut the fuck up. Well, if that girl was on the news and Ellen was on the news and Whoopi and all these different people, whoever was on it, I want them in trouble for that. As
yeah.
a citizen of the United States, I want that. I want something done about that. I don't want to sit back and just forget about it because they're all rich. Fuck you. I thought money doesn't matter in the courts. I thought it was over justice. I thought it was, raise your hand on the Bible. What the fuck is this shit? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the truth. It's the
It
truth.
is.
And if they put it on the news, that means those people are all fucking guilty because the news would not have did that. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden they shut up about it. No one's talking about it. No one's talking about any of it. It's
Nope.
because these higher up are doing something totally different than us lower. And if we do it, it's against the law. But if they do it, it's not.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up shit. Let us all believe in God, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
To
Let us
each our
all
own.
believe in the real God, man. You know?
But I think they're going to find out it ain't some big white-headed bearded guy up there in the sky.
No. Mm-mm.
It's going to
Nope.
be some bald-headed fucker running around with almond-shaped eyes.
Yeah, it's not no human being.
No.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy world, man.
It is.
Crazy world. Oh shit. So make sure you guys go check us out on Discovering the Unknowns as well. Me and Henry do a lot of shows over there. We show pictures over there too. So go over there, check it out too, guys. And like I said, if anybody's out there that's got some balls and wants to stand up, that's got some power, hit me up, man. Hit me up. I'll show you some photos. I'll show you some real shit. I'll change your fucking world, man.
Yeah.
Me and Henry will change your fucking world. you know, I used to
Yep.
have a mayor that was a friend of mine in over there in Michigan when I grew up and shit. He lived behind us. Man, I'll tell you what, I'd show him in a quick minute, man, this shit just to see what he would fucking do. Now, I'm sure he can't do nothing, but you know what I mean? Just to blow his fucking mind, you know.
Well, my neighbors got their mind blew when they started seeing these dog men. I never said nothing. I wasn't going to say nothing about it. I kept my mouth shut. They approached me about it. I said, "Yeah, what you seen's real. You wasn't imagining nothing."
How's things been going, anyways? You've been hearing him out there at all?
Man, at nighttime, yes, I know what coyotes are. They got a real high pitched voice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you'll hear them, a bunch of them, yip, 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 and then a long, shrill howl. But when you hear that deep, guttural howl, them coyotes shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
You don't hear another peep out of them either.
uh-uh. 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 Mm-mm.
In the past 3 nights, the guy that lives way back in the pasture over there, he's got like milk cows, like a couple hundred head. The past 3 to 4 nights, them things have just been bellowing like crazy. I mean, you just hear them just bellowing.
You hear him on one of our shows, Henry. You need to take us out there, man. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, it's like been like that for the past about 3 or 4 nights, and a lot of these people have mules in with their sheep, their goats. The big rams has the curly horns, and they also have the donkeys.
Yep.
A donkey will fight anything. They'll fight a mountain lion. They'll fight a wolf. They'll fight coyotes, bear.
Mm-hmm.
Donkeys will fight until the death.
Yep.
And there's times at nighttime I went outside to smoke. 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you'll hear them donkeys start in.
They're hearing something coming.
Yep, and they're running around whatever it is they're protecting, whether it be cows, pigs, whatever. They'll run around and around and around. You let a dog get close to that mule will kill that dog.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hear that thing, I mean, just bellowing. Then all of a sudden, just quiet.
Yep.
So it's like he's moving the herd, getting them to safety
Yep.
because something bigger than him is coming through them woods.
Yep.
And you can ask my wife. You don't see many people around here farming after dark.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they're forecasting rain. You
Yep.
won't catch them out in them fields after dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And like I said, only a few of them has warned me about that area we used to go to. And it was a straight out warning. One of these days, you got to go down there messing around, taking pictures, hiking. You ain't gonna come out of there.
Something's going
Like, what
on
do you mean?
outside.
Who's who's gonna who's gonna do us in?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying he's gonna do you in. Just saying, you keep hanging around down there, you just gonna go missing.
Yep. Oh yeah. Definitely. You gotta watch
So
it. You gotta watch it. Can't trust
yeah,
nobody nowadays. It's crazy.
no, any fool. And yes, if you go to the woods hiking without a gun, you're a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife never go to the woods that we ain't packed for a good fight.
Oh yeah. You gotta be.
I mean, I'm talking about like 100 rounds per gun,
Must be a fire going on a couple houses down.
and we're locked and loaded and ready to fight.
Damn trucks are everywhere. Fire trucks, ambulance.
So yeah, you go to the woods, you take a gun, but just because you see something, dogman, Bigfoot, whatever, it don't mean point that gun at that thing
Oh no.
because it might be just watching you.
Yep.
Now, if it goes to attack, by all means, kill that son of a bitch.
Yep.
But otherwise, you're issuing a challenge to
You
something
don't
that
want
might
to
be
challenge something
watching you.
that's, yeah, you don't want to challenge something that has supernatural abilities.
No,
You do not want to do that. Thing can change into something else and fucking move or whatever, man. Fuck that. No way.
and
People are
people say
crazy.
these creatures are dumb, just like animals they say are dumb. Explain
Wrong.
this one to me. I can go outside right now, and there'll be about 10 deer in my backyard. I can walk within 10 foot of them. You let me come in the house, put my hunting vest on, blaze orange, and walk out there,
They know. Yep.
all you see is that tail waving bye bye at you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So don't think that these dog men and Bigfoot don't know what a gun is and what it's used for and how it's used. Yes, they do know.
They do, definitely. They do. They
So
All right,
invest
Henry,
your
I
ammo.
better hop off here. There's fire trucks and ambulance all around my house out there.
Okay.
I don't know if
Well,
they're
well,
I don't know if they're here for Marissa's mom down there. I don't know. They're down outside, so I don't know. I don't hear any knocking, but they're out there everywhere. I don't get
okay,
it.
we'll shut her down then for tonight.
They're in my alley, even.
Oh,
In my alley.
damn.
Oh,
They're wanted.
the ambulance is in the alley right there, dude.
Sister, come and take you away, man.
I hope not. I'm not going out there. I'm not being misled or tricked. Not with the stuff I learned from you and what they do.
Yeah,
For
I
all I
wouldn't
know,
either.
that could be a setup just to get me to go out to see what's going on. You don't know.
Yeah,
I don't play
slip
that.
you a Mickey and slide you in the back of the wagon.
Yeah, I just don't understand why the ambulance is in the alley and why wouldn't they be in front of somebody's house? And the ambulance is next door behind the man's house,
Got me.
and the fucking fire trucks are all on the main street over here, and the cops are pulling up out there. Weird, weird, man.
Okay, okie dokie. We'll get off here then.
I don't know, man. All right, it's been a wonderful show, everybody. Make sure you subscribe, guys, because you don't want to miss the documentary me and Henry's coming out with. And if you're wondering about the witch picture in the corner here, we're all under a spell.
Don't piss off the witch.
Yes, exactly. All right, I'll call you in a little bit, Henry.
Okie dokie. Good night.
Awesome. Night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.